qualifying have happened. Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1. Let's see, we should go. Okay, we can start with. We will be starting with Formula 3. Let's see. Do we see everyone? Oh, we see everyone. Sadly, we don't see everyone in the race. After the race. So, Browning. I think he's leading. No, Fronalone. Okay, he's close to leading the race. Leading the championship. Let's see, where do we have Ferron? Oh shit, okay, he will lose the champion lead. But the important stuff. Beganovic P5. So he will be. I mean, this is not good or bad. This is just. He will be somewhere here. He will be here in the race and somewhere here in the sprint race. So you can say that's something good. Let's see, something more I wanna. Let's see, Floersch. Oh, 19. Don't know where she usually qualifying, but at least I mean, somewhat good. Being maybe 15 would be much better. But then we have Formula 2. Let's see. Antonelli didn't have a great qualifying, and Oliver Behrman had, you can say, better. 9th. Oh no, this is what I like to see. Bortoletto, Colapinto up here. But then we have something interesting. Danny Sager, pole position again. I think it was Australia. He got pole position also. Then crashed out in the race when he was leading. Was that? Oh yeah. He crashed out like George Russell did in Formula 1. If it was Australia after Alonso. So he clearly didn't win that race after that crash. So maybe he will win this race. But Oliver Behrman. Yeah, he will start the P2 in the sprint race. So he can finally stand on maybe the podium if he do a good race. I don't know why this person is so high up, but hopefully Bortoletto and Colapinto can overtake him, and then we can have a person from Norway, then from someone from Brazil, and then let's say Argentina. And let's see, can we go to the person? Nope. Can we go to what? There we have him. This country. Argentinian. You see. So and yeah, and also in the same team as Dennis Hager. So could be two people from MP in the Formula 2 race. not in the sprint race. Paul Auron, that's our lead in the championship. Let's see, he has 100 points. So yeah, Hadja, Maloney. I think Crawford didn't do a good qualifying. Yeah, 14. So Hadja. Oh, he was lucky. He got pole position. He was fastest in the first tryout. Then his car just said no, like almost Max Verstappen in the practice. But this car was smoking also, so not maybe equally to that. And yeah, so he didn't do the last part of qualifying, and luckily still, I mean, P7 is that good? I would say that is really good for someone that didn't even do on time in the end. So his time was so good that he could at least be in the top 10. So yeah. Oh, that happened in Formula 3. I don't know who, but someone was in the way. Don't know if Dennis did a good time. But man, someone was in the way when he did, I think, the last corner, or the corner before the last corner. At least in the end of the lap, someone just took the drive racing line and was in the way. Man, didn't look nice. And now the most important stuff, Formula 1. That's also more fun to watch. Also, Williams didn't show some good stuff in the practice. Same as Yuki Tsunoda showed off somewhat, but kick, no. Stake F1 team kick Sauber. Didn't look at it either. Yeah, let's see. What more happened? Yeah, the thing I mentioned. Max Verstappen had something problem. He stopped on the circuit, or what the fuck do you say, on the track, and yeah, made a red flag, succeeded to roll back and get into a place so they can easily get him in the pit lane, and then he was out, and then he just succeeded to make a good time so he finished in the practice P1. And yeah, but now go to the qualifying. And yeah, Logan Sargent for some reason succeeded to out-qualifying Alex Albon. I don't know how that's happened. What the fuck? No! What the fuck do you mean? Did not finish. I mean, okay, that's mean. I mean, he did the time. It got deleted. I mean, but did not finish. That's something. Oh, Charles Leclerc. But he actually... Okay, so... This is well more correct. He never did that time. But didn't finish. Weird phrase, I would say. But either way, Stake F1 team kick Sauber still being bad. Williams Racing is still bad. Let's see, RB Formula 1. No. Visa Cash App RB Formula 1 team is still being bad. Aston Martin look like still being bad, and for some races Alpine is just, they do no upgrades and they are for some reason up here in P8 and P9. And this is most depressing thing. Charles Leclerc get a problem when the last qualifying start. Almost succeed to start a lap, but was too slow. Because he didn't have time. After he finally got the car going, he didn't have time to get around and set a time. So P10, but luckily this is just sprint race. So he can be really happy this was not for the race. But yeah, I mean, Sergio Perez, I don't know if he tried to do a time or he just was saving the tires, because he did similar time as Alpine that looked like they also did that. So I don't know, maybe he's saving the tires for maybe the sprint race, and then he will just overtake everyone, hopefully. Lewis Hamilton showed that he's still bad. George Russell showed that he's still better than Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton flopping around in the Mercedes still. And Carlos Sainz the best Ferrari because Charles Leclerc never did the time. And then you can say most beautiful view. 2 McLarens behind the Red Bull. So we have a Red Bull and McLarens in the top. And yeah, I don't think I have more to say on that. So now we can start the, you can say, the fun stuff. Or fun. Sadly, even how boring collecting fishes might look like, or might maybe actually is still funny, and more funny than fucking Austrian will ever be for me. Because they apparently don't want to make Austrian great again. Like the American debate. That happened, let's see, 1759. Let's see, 59. 1759. And we will have, like always, P1's reaction. So and Matt will be really happy with Charles Leclerc's qualifying. And then we have Pete Windsor that will not be acting like Mercedes are 100% good or back, or if the time doesn't say it, he will not say anything about they being good. And we are up 1759. So yeah, oh, we have the first fish for today. Snooper Brown Black. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, George Russell was only the best Mercedes, better than Ferrari, but hopefully when Charles Leclerc can do a great qualifying for the real race, he will be ahead George Russell. So instead of being Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes, it will be Ferrari, Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes. Or even better, if Carlos Sainz can do an even better qualifying, he could be also ahead the Mercedes, because yeah, in practice at least were they ahead. But who knows? Maybe P2 Reserve will tell that the race, the long run for Ferrari is worse than Mercedes. Then they can maybe qualify better, but not racing better. And I mean, I would say if the qualifying is somewhat similar to the sprint race, Lando Norris will probably be the only one that are fighting against Max Verstappen. But Piastri will hopefully still be up there. Either will be Norris P1, Piastri P3, or Max Verstappen P1 and Lando Norris P2 and Piastri P3. But yeah. Oh, that was they said the track is apparently really smooth, so Mercedes can have the car low to the ground, so you could see how the floor just was were touching the track. So who knows, could it be like in America? Let's see, it was Texas circuit. Could it be some the plank, or what you call it? Could it be get too much damage, so either George Russell or Lewis Hamilton will be disqualified again after a race? And yeah, that he had. And what's it called? I don't know what corner it was, but man, from one view it looked like he almost lost the car and was almost crashing. And then if you looked on the onboard, it didn't look that that scary. So who knows, maybe that can happen in the race. Alonso is is ahead on Mercedes car, and then take all the air, and then it's George Russell or Lewis Hamilton crash out again. Eller George Russell crash out again. Lewis Hamilton will maybe crash out the first time after Alonso. And one more fish for the collection, but I think I already collected one. Well, this was blockfish black white instead of gray white. Well, we will see. But yeah, let's see what P1 have to say. I mean, Matt will be really happy with Charles Leclerc qualifying. So yeah, he would be happy.
Sprint qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. This video is sponsored by the wonderful people.
No! Okay.
Over at Squarespace, the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. More Formula One action, because we can't get enough of it right now. The Red Bull Ring. And one...
Matt, I don't know, who... Was it the F1... The F1 warm-up? Weekend warm-up? It was somewhere sad. And So the Mercedes could be really good at this place. Yeah. Hopefully the qualifying shows that they... Well, it did show that they weren't one of the best. But there will also be that in the sprint race, the qualifying and the race.
Practice session. We thought championship back on. Max Verstappen's got a problem. His car's switched off.
Maybe also P1 did that.
And within 3 minutes of him rolling backwards down the start-finish line, he is then back out getting more data. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable scenes, yeah. Of course, only practice, but one little practice session and then straight into the competitive sessions. We love to see it.
We do love to see it. And what we also love to see is a big old announcement. It's something we've been working on very hard indeed.
Okay. Should I care? Live show in using okay, I don't care.
So yeah, you can either get a Patreon subscription and go and get your tickets now, or you can wait on Monday and we will be launching them there as well. Let's get into...
I mean, watching them live, man. Do you really want to pay for that?
It's Q1, where the 5 drivers out were Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Albon and Zhou. And, well, big scout there, have to say, Alex Albon, the driver. 19th for tomorrow. And there's no Logie Bear there. There's no Sargent in SQ1 being knocked out. He's out-qualified, but not out-qualified because it's not going to go down as a record because it's sprint qualified.
Oh yeah, that happened. Because it's a sprint qualifying, it will not be on the record. So the only time Lois Sargent out-qualifying Alex Albon, it will not be written down.
But he's done it, Tommy.
He has done it. Read that Patreon question from Badger Sprite. Do it now because it's just so good.
Okay, P1 Patreon member Badger Sprite. What's the secret to good Logie Sarge qualifying using the word sprint so he knows to be fast?
Because that's twice now. The only times he's beaten Alex in a qualifying session are both sprints, so that's where he delivers.
Logan, are you ready for sprint?
So he have already done it, but it still wasn't written down. Man, that's so amazing.
Qualifying. Okay. And then just cooks. I mean, look, we've said it about Bottas quite a lot. I will say it as well. For this is why now? Why?
100%, yeah.
Is it the fact that there's one practice session and it gives more of an opportunity for Albon to maybe make a mistake? At the end of the day, Alex Albon is a fantastic driver, but he's not superhuman and he's not a robot. And clearly, it just didn't work out that well. And Logan, look, absolutely great performance. I can't fault it.
Yeah, props to him.
One thing I will hate with this sprint stuff doesn't count. Kevin Magnussen's pole position went to George Russell because he won the sprint race, and that was then pole position. So that's so fucking lame.
It's a shame that Williams, it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those tracks where they can score unless there's a lot of DNFs, which is very rare in Formula 1 nowadays, but it's a confidence boost. But like you say, it's too little too late. It's not even like, you know, we know that Williams' seat has gone, but it's not even like any other team is going to want him now. It seems very increasingly likely that he will move on to potentially IndyCar. There's a lot of rumours and things like that.
Let's quickly chat about our
yeah, that was sad. Prima that are in El Prima, I don't know, in Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3 will probably go to IndyCar, and that team could maybe Logan Sargent be part of. Yeah, sure.
Massive moment and a very not using the codes. Not a good performance. Not so much for the likes of Hülkenberg. I think there was a bit, but still a good performance. Not so much for the likes of Hülkenberg. I think there was a bit surprising to see him down in 17th, and then Yuki Tsunoda as well had a massive moment and a very lucky boy. I think there was actually a lot of driver skill there as well in the way that
Oh, that happened in Formula 2 also. Or Formula 2, Formula 3, or any. Brown, purple. Okay, not same fish or same colors. Paul Aaron. Let's see, there must be Formula 2. He got oh, he did something like Yuki Tsunoda, but somewhere in another place. Got on the gravel, and then you can say lost the car, but he didn't crash out. So Paul Aaron did that in the qualifying, and then Yuki Tsunoda did that.
Spun the car one way and then spun it back round. I think that he meant to do that, but if he didn't, he was lucky. But of course, that was due to the little strip of gravel that we've now got for this weekend, and we're going to record a P1 Extra video, Tommy, talking all about it because we're very happy bunnies.
Well, Yuki got through, actually. He still beat Ricciardo, so... but it wasn't a great... again, RB still not looking that's good.
No, they certainly aren't. And Danny Rick, as you say, out in SQ1. Bottas and Zhou back to being at the back.
Oh,
which
Zhou
was
especially.
surprising,
Is that massive
actually.
gap again? Is that massive gap again that we joked that maybe he's just the GOAT at Spain and can only deliver there. We've come back to a new track.
20th, 4 tenths off the back.
Every time he's 20th, it's always... He's never like just 20th. It always seems to be like half a second, if not more.
But either or, not the craziest of SQ1 results. As we now go to SQ2. And the main thing is that Aston Martin have finished. I think that's probably fair to say. Magnussen, Stroll, Alonso, Tsunoda and Sargent, the 5 drivers.
Oh, it looked like Hülkenberg would push down Gasly. If was, I think, P10 at the moment. But then he didn't do a good enough time. So Gasly got to keep being in Q3.
Didn't make it through. But yeah, both Aston Martins.
And
I think I'd maybe change Aston Martin to Alonso there, Tommy. Is Alonso finished? Because he was out-qualified by Stroll, but not out-qualified for the record books, and I'm sure you'll be saying that.
Yeah.
But I am noticing slightly maybe that there isn't that edge that Alonso has had. It's not
true.
as much anymore.
Yeah,
it isn't. He's not having those star performances that I thought maybe with my biggest good surprise he might whip out.
It seems like they're really close sometimes, aren't they? Like, it's either Stroll is absolutely nowhere and Alonso's over-delivering and doing a brilliant job, and then when they tumble down...
I think like it's like with Charles Leclerc, when the car is really good, Fernando Alonso or Charles Leclerc can be really good, but if the car is bad, the car is just bad, and now they are equally, almost, for some reason. I mean, as soon Charles Leclerc had a car that he didn't like, Carlos Sainz was close, but Charles Leclerc had a good car that he liked. Carlos Sainz wasn't even close.
On the pack, it does seem like Stroll can out-qualify Alonso occasionally and have these moments. We never see that moment where Stroll's really high up and Alonso's at the bottom. But when they're struggling,
Imola?
they're both together.
Pretty sure Imola, Lancey put in a great performance, and Alonso had an absolute bottle job of a qualifying.
No, but he was like 13th, wasn't he? He wasn't like, I'm talking like 6th, 7th or something.
I know.
Do you know what
I
I mean?
thought I'd just give Lance some props there. You know, what's your
But
goat?
what I would say, props to Stroll, is he had a massive moment coming out the final corner and still beat Alonso.
Anyway, SQ2, yeah, I think Aston Martin was obviously the big thing. Magnussen did a great performance, I'm not going to lie. He did what we would expect Hülkenberg to do, and vice versa with Hülkenberg.
Oh, was it maybe Kevin Magnussen? Let's see. Oh, it was Kevin Magnussen that could maybe push down Pierre Gasly in Q2. But then for some reason, but didn't finish good. I mean, that lap looked good, and then he just, no, I don't want to be in Q3. I'm happy enough to out-qualify Nico Hülkenberg.
Hulk had a terrible time, and Magnussen nearly made it into SQ3. I think he had a purple first sector as well. I was like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, maybe K-Mag is a bit of a specialist here. I remember that lap he did in the old Rich Energy Haas, where I think he qualified 5th or something, and it was unbelievable out of nowhere. Maybe this is the kind of track that suits Kevin Magnussen. You've got to be super aggressive, riding over the curbs, a little bit, crazy, and it clearly works for him. So, yeah, brilliant job from Magnussen.
Sonoda, as we said, had that moment in SQ1 and then is qualifying down in 14th, but I think that's really where the RB actually belongs, which is a strange thing. Like the pecking order just constantly shifting, not just at the top and who's quickest and fighting Red Bull, but also towards the back as well. Let's go to SQ3 then, the big one. And the top 10 was Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Ocon, Gasly, Leclerc. Let's start with question from just a little pastry. Why always Leclerc?
True.
Charles Leclerc is the unluckiest lucky man in the world. He drives for Ferrari. He's a Formula 1 driver. He's extremely talented. He's good looking. He's got everything going for him, and yet he's so unlucky.
It's so true. He is the unluckiest, incredibly good looking man from Monaco you could ever be.
All right, stop hitting on him.
At least he had the most luckiest race in Monaco.
Sorry, I'm allowed to say that, Tommy. You're not. So, of course, that was with his problem in the pit lane. Went into anti-stall, which then switched off the engine. Managed to pick it back up, but missed the line by what looked like a second. So, fun times. I mean, he would have had to push extremely hard on that outlap just to get over the line. So I'm not particularly hopeful that he would have even maybe got... I think he probably would have been around 7th or 8th. Is it the end of the world? No, it's sprint qualifying. It was annoying for sure to see that. But Ferrari, if they were in the mix for pole position, my head would have come off. There wasn't much more on the table, I don't think, than maybe P5.
Yeah, so 4th or 5th in the sprint. It's a few points, but
P5.
you'd rather...
This Charles Leclerc. 100% P4. The fuck do you mean P5? It calls Sainz P5, yes.
Happen in sprint quali, wouldn't you, than the main quali? But, this question's absolutely right. Leclerc always does seem to have so much more bad luck than other
and if Charles Leclerc was P4, then Carlos Sainz would be P6.
Drivers. Maybe he might not have even been able to do anything anyway, because there were a lot of people that were so close to not crossing the line and leaving it too late, because of course we know they all bunch up, they like to make a gap for themselves.
2 more fishes for the collection.
But everyone left it very late. It's a short session, but 2 minutes to go. I think the first car came out the pits.
I know they all left it so late. I was like, why don't you just go out? I know they're all wanting like a bit of a distance slipstream, and they don't want to be the first out on track because of track evolution, but all of them are like 2.5 minutes to go. Okay, let's just slowly roll out the pits now. And then they all stagger and they all give themselves a bit of space. And you're at the back of the queue and you're going, well, I'm going to have to really push on this lap. And you think, is it really worth it? But they're all just playing a game of chess, aren't they? They're all just trying to get that optimum position, but someone is going to lose out. And unfortunately, it's always Leclerc. Next question, Daphne LN4_. What happened to Perez in SQ3? Was he just slow, or did he get involved with Ocon and Gasly? Surely he's not actually 1.3 seconds off Max on merit. Now, I haven't actually seen the onboard. Have you seen anything with this, Tommy?
I've been trying to look for it. Now, I'm absolutely convinced that there must have been something, because
I think they've had a three-way championship fight.
Yeah, those 3 names all flashed up together right at the end. We were waiting, and it looked like it was the end of the session, and we were on. If you watched our watch along, we were going, wait, why hasn't Perez done a lap? And then suddenly, Ocon, Perez, and Gasly all flashed up together, and they were how far off were they? Like a 1.5 seconds or something?
Yeah, 1.4.
All of them.
I see it. I'm watching it right now. Perez is right behind one of the Alpines.
I think
gets
it's
really
Ocon.
Close into the hairpin, but he can't go any far. He's literally in the dirty air of what must be Ocon.
So they're all tripping over
like,
each other.
I mean, there's no like battling or anything, but Ocon actually messes up turn 3 quite badly, which then compromises Perez even more. Yeah, it's a shame for Perez. I think Ocon's just had a poor lap, and he's in an Alpine, and of course Perez has just had the hit basically. So
okay, so that's the reason. They did bad laps and Perez was behind.
Can only go as quick as the Alpine in front of him unless he passes him. So his lap was doomed from the start, basically.
The fact he still beat Ocon, fair play. So well done to Perez on that front, I guess. But no, he wasn't that far off. I think he was probably around half a second to 0.6 off.
Which ironically puts him in exactly the same place.
So realistically, he missed out on nothing. Which
That's
is
lucky.
a gargantuan amount as well. Still, like let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Yeah, Perez
Around
7th.
Austria.
Okay, maybe
It's
it's
a 1 minute lap.
slightly better, but I think he is being complimented slightly with that position, just purely because it seems as though the gap from
Go away, Ed! No! Man. I mean, that's... Hopefully he couldn't do better lap time, so he would start better, but nah. Hopefully next qualifying can be somewhat better. And hopefully no Alpine in the way, so you can at least try to be better. Where 4/5 more fishes I can collect. We can go back.
Formula A to Formula B is actually quite big around this short track. And you think, oh, it's a second, Matt. No, it's a second here, but in a normal track that's 1.5 seconds, and it's a bigger gap.
Yeah, he is concerningly off the pace this weekend again. You know, he can't be finishing bottom of Formula A, and it looks like that's where his pace is when you...
Well, look, I mean, if McLaren is being like almost good, equally good as Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes is close to Red Bull. Is it where Sergio Perez will then? Is it where he will be if the other people that are better qualifier than Sergio Perez, shouldn't they be ahead then? It's like
You see the other drivers are close to each other. You know, Sainz and Leclerc is a great example. Like, Perez can't be that far off.
Next question, Chloe_Flower. Does McLaren have the most competitive car on the grid, and is it possible for them to win tomorrow? Absolutely possible to win tomorrow, but Lando's going to have to get the thing that he didn't get last time out in Spain, and that's a good start compared to Max Verstappen. It's a tiny run down towards turn 1. You just need to get Max to throw a shape into turn 1, a defensive shape into turn 1, get the good exit, and then it's a massive run down towards turn 3.
One more fish for the collection.
That's all they're after, is to set themselves up into that hairpin and then dive bomb. So we'll see, but I definitely think they do. Of course, you've got Norris and Piastri, but tomorrow there's no strategy there. It's just a dogfight. You've got to get track position one way or another through Norris or Piastri.
I'm very fascinated to see what McLaren do tomorrow because, yeah, they need to not trip over each other. It's a great chance. They almost don't want to be leading into turn 1, like you say, because it's a glorious run down to that turn, a huge straight, getting Verstappen slipstream, and Max will be Max and go, no, you're not coming through, and lead. But it's a great chance to do it.
I think that whoever leads out of lap 1 is going to have a fantastic chance, for sure. I think it's that they are still closely matched, which is so refreshing for McLaren fans to know once again they've turned up one practice session and they are right in the hunt again. And a shout out to Russell as well. You know, he's outqualified Hamilton, who had a very scruffy qualifying session.
Fuck, didn't you wait?
Out to Russell as well. You know, he's they are still
that turn, a huge straight, getting Verstappen slipstream, and Max will be Max and go, no, you're not coming through, and lead. But it's a great chance to do it.
I think that whoever leads out of lap 1 is going to have a fantastic chance, for sure. I think it's that they are still closely matched, which is so refreshing for McLaren fans to know once again they've turned up one.
Fuck me.
Refreshing for McLaren fans.
McLaren fans, okay?
To know once again they've turned up one practice session and they are right in the hunt again. And a shout out to Russell as well. You know, he's...
The fuck are you talking about Russell? It's so weird. You're talking about McLaren and then Russell. But okay,
Outqualified
sure.
Hamilton, who had a very scruffy...
But yeah, he went probably from McLaren to now Mercedes. But it sounds like you're talking about McLaren, then talk about the Mercedes drivers. Like, what are you doing?
Qualifying session. And I feel like they're stacking up now. Of course, Lewis Hamilton believes whatever, and he's suggested things, and it's got blown out of proportion. But you also have to say that Lewis is not performing at the level that we expect from him, where it's perfection, where it's you ride on board and he's just getting everything out of the car. He's having scruffy sessions, and maybe it's because he's clocking out a little bit of Mercedes and thinking what's next, and perhaps there is a bit of friction there at the team that's not allowing for him to be as relaxed and have that relaxed environment around him. But you can't say that Hamilton is getting the most out of every single session he's in that car.
He's not.
No, definitely not.
He's maybe not trying either.
He's letting his whole race down, and you know, if you're qualifying P6, you've got no chance of winning a race starting down in P6. He needs to be where Russell
if you're not Max Verstappen,
at the very least. And yeah, qualifying has let him down big time this year so far.
And I think that pretty much sums up sprint qualifying. It's not a lot to go off because, of course, they're short sessions and it's a Friday, but we still got competitive. We've got competitive, Tommy. They're all locked in. Setups are done. There's no more practice sessions. We have just got action the whole way through. So, Tommy, what are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts are, let's hope Charles gives you a better birthday present tomorrow. For your birthday.
I'd just take him starting the race, to be honest with you. A working engine, no anti-stall. That would be a good start. But yes, my birthday is tomorrow and we'll be live on Twitch, Matt P1 Tommy. As always, I would not miss Formula 1 for the world. Exactly, 2 sessions, which means 2 streams, maybe, which means 2 streams, which means 2 podcasts now. So remember, every time we do sprint weekends, from here on in, we're going to do a separate episode for each of those competitive sessions. So look forward to that. And yeah, Tommy, bring your party hat and your birthday suit, and I'll see you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Sure. Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow, or you can say today, he will be more happy with the qualifying for Charles Leclerc, and maybe the sprint race will also be somewhat fun for him to watch. But now it's time to listen to Peter Windsor. Let's see if he will say anything interesting.
To Austria, it being a sprint weekend, the third of the year, that was one thing, but on the other side of the coin, not a lot of difference, still unbelievably close. Let's have a look at the quickest laps in SQ3.
Let's see. Oh, Norris is close. Nice.
Sprint qualifying 3 as they line up for the grid tomorrow for the sprint race. Max Verstappen on the pole, Lando Norris second in the McLaren Mercedes, Oscar Piastri going very well. Good to see that in the other McLaren Mercedes. And then George Russell, the quicker of the 2 factory Mercedes, sandwiching Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. So let's have a look at the laps in detail. Max did a 4.6, Lando a 4.7. I've rounded it up to a 10th basically. Oscar a 4.9. 5.1, 5.2, close, as I say. And now we get down to the details. Through the speed trap on those specific laps when they...
do we have... No, we don't have Perez.
They recorded those times that define the grid. Max, 3.18. Nobody quicker through the speed trap today than the Red Bull. As quick as the Mercedes, but nobody quicker on this occasion. And then Sector 1, 16.3, Lando Norris 16.3. Sector 2, Max 28.9, Lando Norris 28.9. Sector 3, Max 19.4, Norris 19.4. But of course that doesn't tell the whole story, because through sector 1,
No
if you
proper-
take it up to 1,000th of a second, Max was quicker by 0.06, which is quite a significant amount. And I think, as I said in the
And this
live
is to Norris, hopefully.
stream yesterday, to me there are only two parts of this Red Bull lap where a driver of Max's quality, and we have to include other great drivers here, but let's just talk about Max on this occasion, because
So not Lewis Hamilton, right? Only George Russell, Norris, Charles Leclerc.
he's the guy on the pole. A driver of Max's quality is able to get any sort of advantage from his touch and feel. And I said one of those would be going into turn 1, where potentially he's going to get his rotation absolutely perfect and he's going to have a nice acceleration run out of 1, mainly because of the homework he does going into the corner. And the other place I said would be the change of direction coming out of the long left-hander towards the end of the lap, as they're going through that left-hander, and then they change direction going to the right. They're on the curb there, but there is a moment, of course, when the load has to go from one side to the other. And I predicted that Max would be unbelievably good there in managing the rate of that load change. And I think that's where he did actually get the pole over Lando Norris, because let's have a look at it. He was 0.060 quicker than Lando through sector 1. And I think
So hopefully this will be even closer when the race happen. I remember so many races Norris have had now that he could have won, but no, he didn't. So depressing. Will this be the same race like that also? It looked like Norris can win. Something happened, he will not win, and Max Verstappen will take the win again.
that is just getting into the corner slightly earlier, slightly shorter corner, and then getting the benefit of that mid-corner rotation, a slightly straighter exit with slightly less load on the left rear of the car, which allows him to have a little bit more acceleration going up into turn 2. Sector 2, which is basically top speed and then braking into the right-hander and then that infield section. Not a lot a guy like Max Verstappen's going to be able to do, because you're pretty much line locked into what you can do due to the cambers of the road, the shape of the road. You can gain a little bit perhaps going into the downhill right-hander, but not as much as you would on other circuits. So no surprise there, actually, to see Lando Norris slightly quicker, 0.019 on his quickest lap compared with Max Verstappen's. And that may also be Max coming out of the tyres slightly, allowing them to breathe in sector 2, knowing that it was all important, this sector 3, which of course it was always going to be. And through sector 3, Max was quicker by 0.052 compared with Lando Norris, and that is quite a lot around that sector, I think, and it's really impressive. Not quite as big an advantage as he had through sector 1, because that was rewarded by a longish straight, but he still had...
this could it could be a really interesting start if Lando Norris doesn't fail with the start again like he did in Spain. So it will actually be a fight between them then. George Russell being... Yeah, wait. Piastri could maybe ruin the stuff, but let's see. Yeah, George Russell can maybe do one more start like he did in Spain and just get past Lando Norris and Max Verstappen again and ruin the race for Lando Norris. Man, that would be so depressing.
That long straight after the change of direction down the hill, and that's also where Max was really, really quick on his microsectors, purple all the way. And so it all added up to basically the same lap time, but Max just slightly better through sectors 1 and 3, those two important corners, turn 1 and then that change of direction. And Lando slightly quicker in sector 2. It also adds up to the McLaren Mercedes being a really, really quick car and almost as quick as a Red Bull RB20 around a circuit like the Red Bull Ring, which is very impressive when you consider how good the McLaren has been since effectively.
Man, what do the Mercedes fans think when McLaren with the Mercedes engine is better than Mercedes? Do you wanna support McLaren Maybe we start, no, not a new fish for the collection. Maybe we start supporting McLaren when Lewis Hamilton leaves Mercedes. Or you will be a Ferrari fan.
Since Miami, if not before. So really, really good lap by Max, just using all the talent that he has perfectly in the only...
Oh, I want to hear what he would say about Lewis Hamilton. Can he say anything good about him?
Places where you can use it around the Red Bull ring, in my opinion. So Lando P2, Oscar Piastri, let's look at his times, 4.9 in terms of the lap, so he's 0.2 away. Same top speed, 3.16, slightly slower than the Red Bull. McLaren obviously carrying a lot of downforce here, and that's hurting them a little bit in a straight line. 16.3 through sector 1, basically the same. 29.0, fraction slower than Lando through sector 2, where Lando obviously was really good, and then slightly slower through sector 3 as well, but not much in it at all. Now we go to George Russell in the Mercedes, who didn't have a particularly good morning session. Lewis actually was quickest in the morning for a long time, but didn't run the soft tail. We'll get onto that in a minute. George had a few issues. I think one of them was a brake issue. 5.0, just a shade slower than the two McLarens, and the slower of the two McLarens. 3.17, a little bit quicker in a straight line though. So that's an interesting thing for Mercedes to take into the race in terms of their battling with McLaren.
That's going to be fun. Fucking I don't know what that is, but it's 1, and for Lewis Hamilton it's 2 more than Lando Norris and Piastri. Oh, 1 more fish for the collection. Can this be a 100% pink Betty? It is. Nice. Now we have 30, 36, 40 fishes that can be placed down in the chest room, and hopefully it will just be 20 fishes that are copies. Oh, 1 more fish can be collected. This way. So 41 fishes for the collection. Let's see, can we get 1 more? Probably not. Okay, continue, Peter Windsor.
16.4 sector 1, yeah, a little bit away. 29.0, same as Oscar sector 2, and 19.6 in sector 3. All adds up to a car that doesn't have quite the same grip level as the McLaren, and certainly not the same grip level as the Red Bull, as driven by Max Verstappen. Now the interesting one, Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc didn't do a lap in SQ3, or he did, he was out there, but he had some problem with the anti-stall. The engine stalled as he came out of the garage. He stopped.
Yes, Peter Windsor, but we need to make sure we counted it right. Uh, 9, 18, 20, 22, 24, 30, 36, 40, 41, 41. Oh, 800. One, yeah, 41. So 1,800 in theory we have collected. But let's see how far will that go.
Stopped at the end of the pit lane, had to go reboot the entire system. By the time he got out and was just about to begin his quickest lap, the checkered flag was out. So he didn't get in a quick lap, so he'll be starting P10. But a relatively good day for Carlos Sainz. 5.1, just slower than George Russell. 3.16, shade slower in a straight line. Ferrari there or thereabouts in terms of top speed. Perhaps a little bit too quick. I think they'd still prefer to have a bit more downforce than they've got. 16.4 in sector 1. 28.9, very good sector 2, 19.6 sector 3. So look at George Russell's sector times and you see Carlos Sainz being right with him. Of course, we don't know what their tyre deg may or may not be like going into, certainly for the Grand Prix, going even to the sprint tomorrow. But so far, not bad for Carlos Sainz. And also bearing in mind the situation in which he finds himself in terms of his career. He looked really sharp in Austria, I thought, on Friday, right up there with Charles. Lewis Hamilton, 5.2, fraction slow. Nice. Now, he did have Carlos Sainz in front of him towards the end of his lap, so that would be one of the reasons he wasn't quite as quick as George, because he's looked as good as George all weekend. 5.2, 3.18 in a straight line. That would have been being in the toe of Carlos Sainz. 16, say toe. It was a little bit of a benefit, not a massive thing. 16.4 sector 1, 29.0, 19.5. No, pretty impressive last sector by Lewis. So Mercedes almost there with McLaren almost there with Red Bull, but bear in mind this is a very, very short lap and there are a lot of corners where it neutralises cars, in my opinion, and so the fact that those three cars are so closely matched doesn't actually add up to a true picture of where we are in terms of the performance of the cars. It's just the characteristic of this Red Bull ring. Let's have a look now at Mercedes, because they were, by some standards, a little bit disappointing compared with where they'd been in the morning. These were the soft tyre or the fastest laps recorded in free practice this morning. Max Verstappen did a 5.6. This is on a soft tyre, all on the soft tyre, except Lewis Hamilton. Oscar Piastri 5.9, nice. Charles Leclerc 6.0, Carlos Sainz 6.1, Lewis Hamilton 6.2 on the hard tyre, which is a very impressive lap. And you would think, okay, Max is doing 5.6 on a soft tyre, very short run, just one run before he did a bit of a fuel run. Lewis 6.2 on the hard tyre. You think, wow, that's really good. But the problem, in my opinion, was that Mercedes then kept Lewis on the hard tyre throughout the session. Now, bearing in mind qualifying for the sprint race requires the mediums to be used in SQ1 and SQ2 and then soft tyre in SQ3, you would imagine that they would run at least one set of mediums or maybe even a set of softs just to get a feel for the car on those compounds. But they didn't. I mean, that's what Max ran throughout that unofficial session on Friday. He ran the medium tyre, did a one run on the soft tyre, which was his quickest lap. Then he went back to mediums, did a bit of a fuel run. Everything was medium soft, because that's what he was going to be using in qualifying. Mercedes, oddly, only ran the hard tyre on Lewis Hamilton's car, and George Russell ran the soft tyre for about 2 laps, but it looked like it was like a scrubbing in lap or something. He didn't do a quick lap on the soft tyre at all. So both George and Lewis only did quick laps on the hard tyre and then went out and did fuel runs. Now, all credit to some extent for Lewis with the fuel run, but we're talking about qualifying, setting the car up for qualifying for the sprint race. Look at the length of Lewis Hamilton's long run in Friday untimed practice in Austria. You got Max focusing on getting the car right for sprint qualifying, doing 3 laps with fuel in the car. You got Lando doing 5 laps. You got Charles Leclerc doing 6 laps or 5 laps, whatever it is, and you got Lewis Hamilton doing 22 laps. I've taken some out. Some of them are in the 10s. I've taken those out because it was just a traffic thing. Okay, on the one side of the coin, you say, well, that's really impressive. Look how consistent Lewis was, and look at the homework Mercedes are doing. And wow. But on the other hand, you'd say, why on a circuit that's so short and so perfunctory in so many ways do Mercedes need so much information from their long run that Red Bull only need 3 laps for and McLaren only need 5 laps for? It was just a bizarre thing. And Lewis there.
No, it is true. Oh my god, so fucking stupid. Man, Mercedes, they are back for the championship.
Therefore didn't get the feel of the medium or the soft at all going into sprint qualifying. Now, I presume that's something that's talked about with the drivers, and I presume Lewis was completely comfortable with that. You would imagine that would be the case, communication obviously being a critical thing these days, but it's still an odd decision in my opinion, bearing in mind how quickly sprint qualifying is over. They basically have time for one run, blink and you miss it in each sector, each Q sector that is. And there were Mercedes just going in blind, if you like. And Lewis's first run, actually in SQ1, he did first run, exactly. He was really slow and not happy with the feel of the car at all. Then he just scraped into SQ2. And then I think he could have been pretty good, actually, but he just, wasn't quite there. And then he got the Carlos Sainz thing. Sergio Perez qualified 7th for Red Bull, slightly better, but still a long way, half a second off the Max Verstappen pace around a short lap. So he's still got a long way to go before he's in any way where he should be in that car. Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly, again, getting both...
Oh, he apparently maybe don't know or didn't mention it. Looked like from at least P1 that the Alpine ruined the Perez race.
The Alpine's into the top 10. This is sprint qualifying, don't forget, not the actual Grand Prix. And Charles Leclerc 10th. Kevin Magnussen was good, 11th in the Haas Ferrari, upstaging a lot of other midfield runners. Lance Stroll, quicker than Fernando Alonso, just similarly. Aston Martin's again way off the pace. Very disappointing. Yuki Tsunoda 14th, and Logan Sargent made it through to SQ2, whereas Alex Albon didn't. Nice thing for Logan Sargent at a moment when in his career when he's thinking, who am I going to be driving for in F1, if anyone, next year. So
probably in the car, most likely in the car if he want to continue.
he's scoring a few points there, I think, credit points that is. Alex Albon not slow and not getting into SQ2, so good job by Logan Sargent. Daniel Ricciardo didn't get out of SQ1, nor did Nico Hulkenberg or the two Stake Saubers. So not a lot of difference, not a lot of change. You keep reading these press releases, particularly from Sauber, saying, oh, we hope the next circuit's going to suit us more and more upgrades, but they seem to be stagnating where they are. At the front, though, despite all the talk about McLaren and Mercedes and the inconsistencies at Ferrari and potentially getting another good circuit for them, it was still Max Verstappen that did the job perfectly. He even had a slight glitch this morning when he stopped on the pit straight and they put the red flag out and he was reversed back into the pit lane and rebooted the car. On the radio, Max said all he did was just make one click for a change to the high-speed differential, and the whole thing stopped. So the differential, the active diff, strikes again. Now I'm only joking, but a friend of mine designed it. But they got it all going, and within a few minutes Max was straight out again, and it was just after that he did that quick lap. So despite that glitch, Red Bull right there, looking like a really good race team, as they always are. So an interesting day, I think.
Yeah.
Mainly
greater than Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton.
For the very subtle differences between the lap of Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. Max superb into one, and then as a result benefiting slightly from the run between 1 and 2, and then that change of direction between turn 7, which is the end of the left-hander, and turn 8, which is a quick part of the circuit, and nonetheless he's getting that change of direction absolutely perfect in terms of the weight transfer of the car. Just a tiny subtle difference, and we saw some very nice slow-mos of him from the rear executing that absolutely perfectly. So yeah, and whereas Lando's just making it slightly longer in everything he does. Very little difference, but a subtle difference, and enough to make a few thousandths of a second difference on those sectors. A big thanks to Jetcraft, to OEM Exclusive, and to Track Ninja for their support of this channel, and a big thanks to you for watching. See you tomorrow.
Okay, let's see. How many will this be today? 37, so 47, 20 seconds off. And who is this? In memory of our good friend Anna. Okay, and then you sure. So who is this? No, fuck me. Now we can fucking press. Okay, and then we get an ad. Sure, but memory of Anna. Let's see if we can find anything about the fuck can I even search on? You just said Anna, right? fuck, I hate when you get an ad when you just want to fucking have stopped the video. And you're not allowed to just... And then you can't skip it either. It's... Man, why? Fucking scam ad. Okay, let's see. What did it say? In a memory of good friend... Okay. Peter Windsor, friend, and let's see if we can get... Man, fuck me, my spelling of a 4 fucking... Okay. Let's see, do we have any information? I mean, we have one. Again, no, it's with a E, so not even close. Oh, let's see. Can I maybe writing down anything? Okay. I nope, still no. The only person that he is, I guess, this his Twitter is his mom he's tweeting about, but nope, I don't find anything about this. So no, I can't do anything about that information. Sorry, Peter Windsor. Let's continue the fish chest room with some Williams talk.
Been tough for us.
I think it doesn't like us.
Yeah, that's true.
There's friction.
I feel positive going into this weekend. I feel like we're gonna have definitely a better car,
I feel
more
like
suited car. It's a yes or a
And it was probably a no to that.
no question, Logan.
Red King.
What's up, everyone? Team Torque here in Austria. Alex, as always, is late. Honestly, this guy.
I get roped into.
He
We have a pool toggle that we need to check for our steering
Stop making excuses. He wasn't here this morning. Flew in this morning. He's on it. He's coming late. He's late from the track. Man, just living a dream nowadays.
Listen, we're what podcast are we on number wise?
I don't know. This has to be 10,
45th,
11. Wow.
and it feels like 11. Huh? Talking points, Logan. We've got a lot of questions.
Talking points. I think.
Oh, nice.
I think scrap the questions for a second. I think we need to talk about Barcelona. Get that out of the way. It wasn't a great round, right?
I like that. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
If we're honest, it sucked.
Have you drank my drink?
No, they didn't give you a drink yet.
Good hospitality from Williams there.
But
Great.
it's a new weekend.
Yep.
We did alright here. Well,
it's a new day.
last year wasn't
It's a
too
new
bad
life.
here.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Barcelona is just.
Barcelona's always been tough for us. I think
It doesn't like us.
Yeah, that's true.
There's friction.
It's like it's awkward. It's like that awkward person in the room when you travel to Barcelona. It's just a hanging grey cloud, isn't it?
It's like when
but
you're
to
in
be
the middle
fair-
seat on an airplane and both people are taking taking the armrest.
A good old EasyJet from.
Yeah, you're just.
I hate when I'm middle seat,
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
and
I don't think there's much worse than a middle seat.
I agree. Apart
All right,
from,
are you an aisle or window guy?
I'm a window guy. I've got a good bladder.
I think
I don't need it, and I like resting my head on the
See,
side of the plane.
I know what you mean. If it's a short flight, I'm a window guy. If it's a bit longer, I'm an aisle guy.
Really?
I like that access to get out.
Oh my god, I will be so fucking annoyed to not be able to. I would gladly, if someone asks, oh, can you stand up or let me by, I will 100% do it. If I have the option to just go up whenever I want without any needing to ask someone to, can you move up?
You know, I'm going to sound like a diva here, but I hate middle seats. I hate the center one,
Why?
because when I'm on
no,
a
I'm
window
with
seat,
you. I'm with
I
you.
feel privacy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our diva. We should have a diva segment every podcast. We have 5 minutes where we can rant about something. Right.
Austria.
We didn't really touch upon Barcelona at all,
Well,
but,
we
but
did
it
a
was a
little bit.
tough one, and I feel positive going into this weekend. I feel like we're gonna have a definitely better.
No, don't ruin it. Maybe the sprint race is an outlier. Maybe the race will actually be good.
I feel
more
like,
suited car.
Well, I feel like you look at Barcelona, it's always been poor.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we always are okay when we come out of it.
I
so.
agree. What I'm interested to know is if Silverstone will be good for us, because I feel like it was definitely good for us last year. But
It was. You were fighting Ferrari. Green, red. I mean, it was like watching Formula 1 in the good days. Williams versus Ferrari. Michael Schumacher versus Damien Hill. Och Jack Villeneuve.
undecided for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, especially if we've got a bit of a wind.
And Zandvoort should be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Right, let's start it. We're in an old castle meeting business room. Sorry. We're in an old castle meeting room. What job would you have done if you weren't an F1 driver? I don't understand how that goes with that. What does being in here have to do with my job if I wasn't an F1 driver?
Do you know what would be insane?
Yeah.
Instill,
Yeah.
team, let's set it up. I want to be passenger in a fighter jet in the U.S.
In the US.
Boom. That would be sick. But imagine flying one of those. Oh my goodness.
I think a content piece with you in a passenger seat, landing on a Harrier, on one of them C kind of
That's
things.
American, huh?
My God.
That
That would be, could you imagine the amount of American sponsors coming onto the team? They would see that and they'd be
No.
like, you can just see the salute as they watch the video.
That would be cool.
I think a fighter pilot would be a cool
That'd
job.
be sick.
Man, they didn't answer the question.
I would choose fighter pilot as well. I think something along that. I like, I've said this before, but I like designing things. I like the creative side to things. So something, if it wasn't piloting
Nice.
a jet, it would be designing something. I think architecture. I like architecture.
I like how we say we talk about flying something, yet we have no idea how to fly anything.
I think that, what is it? A 4-year course, 5-year course to learn how to fly? More or less?
5.
5? We've dedicated.
Flopper black.
Well,
I've dedicated 20 years to this.
I'm
job.
on. Let's see, I'm 17 and
Yeah. Good, huh? So 5 years won't take long. We'll be fine. Favorite school subjects, ones you hated, grades and reports. Did you ever get detention or suspended? Ooh, I like that question.
no.
What was your best subject?
I mean, I always enjoy outside of like sports.
Yeah.
I enjoyed science the most, to be honest.
Science.
Biology, chemistry,
Yeah,
physics.
more biology. I try to stay away from the math stuff.
You like
It
studying?
wasn't my favorite. But science was pretty, like, especially marine biology coming from Florida.
Mhm.
I always found that really
Oh,
interesting.
interesting. Very good. My best subject was biology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like just being from Florida, having that ocean sort of.
Did you ever do
Connection.
like school trips out to the ocean?
No.
No. Well, yeah, I would say I think I'm with you on that.
One of my coolest school trips, we went up to some mountains in Switzerland, went snowboarding. That was pretty.
That's
cool.
not a school trip.
Yeah,
that
just
seems
school
like-
trip, mate.
Unbelievable first world problems.
It was great. I had a great time.
I would. But what were you doing for that? There isn't. That's not a school. That's not a studying school.
No.
That's
It was
just for
like,
fun.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you go to school in Switzerland, it would be odd to not go.
Yeah, like they
snowboarding
would
or
set up
skiing.
these few day.
Were you any
trips
good
where-
at it?
I mean, I've grown up, so wake surfing, snowboarding.
Similar.
Huh?
Similar.
Yeah, very similar. Like once you get like quite good on a board sport kind of thing, you can kind of transfer it.
I'm good at stand-up paddleboarding.
Flopper blue.
Would that be enough?
Are you?
Well, that's pretty easy, isn't
Nope.
Yeah, but then I feel like it's tiring.
it? Yeah, true. Okay. Detention or suspended?
No.
Not.
You know, I did. What did I get done for? It was something silly, like
Not turning in your homework.
not turning in my homework, but you had to turn in your homework on a Friday.
And you forgot.
But
or
we're
didn't do
racing
it.
because we're always racing on Fridays as kids, and I ended up.
And there was no like common sense there. Like, sorry guys,
So there's
I'm away.
yeah, they knew my attendance on a Friday was below 5%. I would say.
Below. Man. Man. Someone that don't like school days on Fridays.
And so I then got a second detention for not attending the first detention. Do you know why? Because detention was on Fridays.
No! Man, it's so fucking retarded.
And then it just kept snowballing and snowballing. Anyway, I never went to detention in the end. Did you ever have someone... What is this question? Did you ever have someone say to you, you won't get to where you want to be?
No,
No.
I don't think
You ever hear them in
Yeah.
like podcasts? My teacher told me I'd never become anyone.
so. Look at me
Look
now.
at me now.
I love like these. I'm sure some of these stories are made up, but they have like this perfect detailed like story.
Exactly.
And
My teacher told me I'd never amount to anything.
But
I
look at
I'm in charge of $1 billion pyramid scheme. Okay, next one. What advice would you give to your younger self?
we're meant to go to fan questions.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That was good because that question I've been asked a million times. I like this one. I think we should address this one though.
Let's hear it.
How do you feel about DC calling you out for parking?
Well, I don't know.
Oh shit! Man! This will be funny. Oh my god. They mentioned it in the fucking podcast. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my god. Oh, what will he... Oh my god, this will be amazing. Let's finish up this stuff and then we will listen to what... Louis Sariat will say. No! I need to find a new place to place. Let's see, should I... Yeah, I should. Oh. Okay, nice. We need more wood, so we can make signs. Man. Yeah, I can't think long as I would say it. Anything bad? God damn it. But he could say no, why would they? Where did we have it? Cob. Was it Cob Lime? Cob Lime. Cob Lime Purple. Yep. So Cob Lime. Cob Lime. Cob Lime. And then we need Cob Brown. Oh yeah, now we can continue with the response Longsharent have on DC.
I don't know if you saw my boy Kym Illman on my back.
Did he really?
Yeah.
So we should tell people if they don't know what happened. Basically,
no. So Alex parked like an idiot.
I
parked perfectly, and I got for him parking hitting a pole.
You want to know something?
What were you doing?
I never hit the pole. The pole was never touched. It's just right on the edge.
But so you're saying it was perfect track limits?
It was perfect. But the way that the TV camera aimed at the car, they obviously filmed it from an angle that looks like I've hit the pole.
Man, so they said the wrong person. They made this look like worse. Oh my god.
But Logan got all of it. Regardless, the main point is Logan got the stick for it.
Either way.
Perfect.
The bloke had no idea whose car it was. Made it up. And gave me...
He saw the Williams... So as we drive into circuit, we basically have like a Williams sticker on our car.
Nice.
To get us into the driver parking place. So they must have, or DC or whoever must have seen Williams on it. And just went after Logan for no reason.
He probably thought he was funny.
Thought it was funny.
It
was funny. It was a good joke.
For you.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like Anyway, I thought that was amazing. The next day, Sunday morning, I was like, Logan, you guys
this week when you park, I'm gonna move the fence into your car, and I'm gonna take a picture and tag you.
That's a good idea. Should we do it to someone?
Mess with someone?
Yeah. Should we do it to Yuki? And then we'll do it to Yuki. Then we'll get someone like Kym
to take a picture of it.
Have you seen Yuki's parking?
Car.
Yeah. But let's just keep that. Let's keep that between us, and then we'll get it done.
And all the people that listen.
But don't tell anyone. Okay. Fan questions, real quick. Which video game did you like to play the most, and why?
Oh,
you definitely remind me of a COD guy.
Honestly, it's whatever's like hot in the moment.
Right. What's that now? Are you playing?
So, COD every year.
Currently, I'm playing COD.
COD.
Yeah. You?
I'm
not. I don't play that much, to be fair, anymore.
Yeah, I've really stopped. I wish I kept playing, but I don't.
Back like when I was in Renault.
Mm-hmm.
The squad was me and then a few of the other Renault drivers, and it was heavy on Fortnite.
We love Fortnite.
Did you play Fortnite?
Fortnite with the boys.
Oh,
unbelievable!
It's tough to beat back then.
Yeah. I used to get Lily on it as well. That
How
was
was
fun.
she?
Unbelievable, awful. But the job was to protect her. That was fun. There's loads of games. Did you ever play this? Were you playing on PC or?
No, I've always been on PlayStation.
Okay, because some of the PC games, they're so good.
Have you ever played Blackout, Call of Duty, the before Warzone?
I don't think so.
It was like a battle royale. That was fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I never got into the Call of Duty Warzone style. I never got into.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing special in my opinion.
But I've been playing Valorant. I like Valorant.
Is that
These are all
that's
games.
that's similar to like a Call of Duty, right?
It's like a Counter-Strike.
Okay, yeah.
Like search and
It's
destroy.
PC only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one.
Yellow black.
If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
So they sound like they don't play any fun games, like fucking Minecraft.
Let's not talk about it scientifically, like, because scientifically, the best would be breast milk, because it has all the vitamins. It'd be apparently it's the only thing you can have to survive. So non-scientific.
So just
good food that you would never get tired of.
Man, Alex Alban going
I think I
science.
gotta go with like a world-class burger.
Well, world class. Where's the burger from?
Can't be USA.
There's this place called Houston's
Okay,
back home,
Miami.
Fort Lauderdale.
Why is it not in Houston?
Cheeseburger,
Yep,
medium rare,
I like that. Yeah,
little mix of ketchup and mayo.
simple sauce. Do you have the
Man, it's good.
Do you have the dill, the pickles on the burger?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
good with pickles.
Yeah. Mustard,
Bit of lettuce, bit of tomato.
mustard, man.
Sometimes.
Chopped onions, tomatoes.
Yeah. Load it up.
Load it up. To be fair, a good burger is hard to beat. I do think America do burgers very well.
Yeah, when they're using not American meat.
To me,
Don't say like pizza.
no, it's not pizza. But there's not many foods that I could eat and not be bored of.
That's the thing. You're gonna get bored of everything, aren't you?
Yeah,
I'm already bored of eggs.
yeah. We love our eggs in the morning.
Every morning.
Every morning. We have the same meal. Yeah.
Cyan.
Thai. I say this a lot, but my favorite food is pad krapao.
Pulling in the sponsors here.
Oh no. Fuck me.
Something spicy. Yeah. Actually, I've got the team to start making it. It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. If you could drive one circuit for the rest of your life, which would it be?
Never been there,
Wow.
but I'm just gonna throw it out.
Cobb lime.
Watkins Glen.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Cobb
Boom. No, but if
No.
I'm being realistic, if it wasn't so far from
Purple
home,
sign.
Macau.
No, stripey.
But
I would
Watkins
say
Glen.
Nürburgring, because
Nordschleife
it would be
or Nürburgring.
Nordschleife. Like it would be the least boring. Eventually, you will get bored, just like food. If we had to drive one track the whole time, it would get boring. But give me the most corners then.
Have you driven Macau?
Yeah,
Did
crazy.
you like it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great.
Imagine that in an F1.
That's the most fun I've ever had on a racetrack. I think.
Yes. It got to a point where it felt like so out of your comfort zone that it was
Stripey
just.
purple.
I mean, the first lap I did there, I'm like, this can't. You know,
I know what you mean. I had the same feeling.
what are you gonna? What am I?
I remember I
What
did
am I gonna do here?
my first proper push lap in Macau, and I was like, that was good. Like I sent that. Took too much risk there, but that's fine. And they come on the radio, they're like, yeah, that's 7 seconds up. I was like, all right, we've
Back
got some
to the
work to do.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Man, I ended up having a great weekend there, but first lap I went out, I was like confident going in. I
Yeah.
did the out lap, and I'm like, that confidence is gone.
I know.
See how
Good
it
track.
goes.
And it was good cars as well. Like,
Well, I did it in the new F3,
oh, okay.
but it was still great.
Sunstreak.
Yeah, okay. The question here is if you had a tattoo of any circuit, but I wouldn't want to do
If you had a what?
A tattoo.
No,
I'm going
not-
to change the
not doing a
question.
tattoo.
If you had any tattoo, what would you choose?
Oh. Wow. I don't want a
You don't want a tattoo?
No.
Nothing? Is your family against tattoos? Does anyone have
Wouldn't say-
tattoos in your
I mean, no one has any, but I wouldn't say it's like against, but I know how I am, and I feel like I would change my mind.
True. If I had tattoos, it would be random, like totally
Nice.
random. Like,
See, how many will it be? 6, 15, 16. Nice. Less than 20.
just ridiculous things, like a duck cooking eggs, kind of style. Just
What's wrong?
like just like have it like random.
But like spots or like
Spots, yeah, a bit of cohesion, but mostly random. I wouldn't mind having tattoos, but I don't think I'd do it, but I wouldn't mind it.
I would. I don't like it.
Anyway, this is a weird question from a fan, and I think they might have a fetish. They ask, are you guys ticklish? This is a really important question.
True.
It's a yes or a no question, Logan.
if someone like hits me in the stomach, then yeah.
Yes.
But outside that, no, not too bad.
Stomach ticklish.
No, but like like a
Yes. Yeah, little grab. I am. Feet.
my feet are ticklish.
Hate the feet.
Yeah.
Like feet massage. I can't do it. I can't relax.
A massage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. On the feet, it's just ticklish. Armpits. Not my neck. Gave a bit too much information for that person.
That was a lot of info, man.
We'll end the last question.
They would probably be happy.
What's something you believed in as a kid that you were completely wrong about? Nice question to end. I can tell you something which I believed was wrong with me, and I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? I remember, like, I didn't realize your pee is warm, and I thought mine was. I thought it wasn't normal to have warm pee. So I remember, I was a kid, and that we were in Italy, and it was snowing outside, and steam was out. Like we were skiing, and I was peeing the snow, and steam was coming out, and I was freaking out. And I was like, I can't tell anyone about this because something's wrong with me. I don't even want to go. I don't want to go to the doctors about this. And then I think by the time I turned 19, I realized that. But it did take time for me to realize that wasn't real.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Man, the fuck?
No,
The fuck is that?
that was my. Well, I've just given up too much information, and you've given us nothing. So. All right. Well, that's a wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That
What
was
the fuck was that kind of information, Alex Alban? Flopper, green, red. Man. So much private information you just gave out.
quite a peaceful one.
It was peaceful. Honestly,
I feel like our podcast needs background music, like a little bit of just a. Remember, guys, to buy our mini helmets. Make sure to check out the shop. Check out the hats. Check out the helmets.
We're probably not, but
yeah.
hey,
Good.
you do you.
Well, thank you very much, and
I'm gonna grab a schnitzel.
me too. Very good. Bye-bye.
No, flopper, not snooper. We need flopper. Okay, that's done. Let's finish this up. Could we look at something more? Probably not. light grey blue. Flopper light grey. There we have it. Flopper light grey, flopper light grey, blue, light blue. Flopper Magnanta. What? Magnanta? Flopper blue? Flopper blue. Flopper blue. Flopper brown. Flopper purple. Flopper yellow. They were flopper blue. Flopper blue Magnanta. Blue Magnanta. Orange lime. Wait, Cobb orange. Didn't I place that down recently? Cobb cyan. Apparently not. Cobb orange. Wait, what? So I have placed it down. Can't I find it? Oh, I need to do that also. Cobb orange. There we have Cobb orange. Cobb orange lime. Slime lime. Nope. Cobb brown. Cobb brown. Cobb brown purple. Brown purple. Snooper white. White black. There we are. White black. Pink blue. Yep, pink blue. Yellow black. There we have yellow black. No, spotty. Spotty yellow black. Spotty yellow black, yellow black. Spotty lime pink. Lime pink. Lime pink. Yep, lime pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 10, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16, 1684, 6, yeah, 84, minus 16. Oh, isn't it plus? Wasn't it? It could be 17. Because I believe, yeah. It should be one. Yeah, Betty Pink. So yeah, 1783. So let's go place them down and then we can end the stream. We can do this. Yeah. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 fast. Maybe we should place them down in this section now. Okay, Betty white green, Blockfish light grey white, Blockfish white grey, Briny red pink, Briny grey lime, Clayfish blue orange, Dasher yellow grey, Flopper green red, Flopper light grey light blue, Flopper blue magenta, Cobb orange lime, Cobb brown purple, Snooper white black, Snooper pink blue, and Spotted yellow black, Spotted lime pink. And now we can see if we'll get one more fish before we end it. And then we can hope that the sprint race will be good for Lando Norris and Piastri. And hopefully it will not be George Russell getting pass of the slipstream and just overtaking us, ruin Lando Norris race again. One more fish for the collection, the 1783 big collection. See what more can happen in the sprint race. Maybe points for Alpine. That's probably the only thing. And yeah, what more can happen in the sprint race? Who more can get points? Where do we have that information? Information, let's see. Oh yeah, it's, let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, we can also have this on. 10, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, what the fuck am I counting? How the fuck? What is a sprint? Can we fucking go to results and the fuck? Where did we have China? China. Not, we want the sprint, not the sprint qualifying. Sprint. Oh, it's 8, not 10. That's why it went so fucking bad. Okay, back to then sprint qualifying. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now we made sure. Okay, Esteban Ogone can get points. Sergio Perez will probably get more points, but yeah, Alpine will probably. Ooh, can Charles Leclerc? take the last point. That could be interesting. Will Alpine keep the point, or will Charles Leclerc take it? I mean, he will probably take it. Could Sergio Perez... I mean, hopefully Sergio Perez can have a somewhat good race. Getting past Lewis Hamilton. Maybe Carlos Sainz, Josh Russell finish P4. Please Sergio Perez. Make some good racing. But yeah. Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Piastri will at least be top 3. We can probably 100% say Piastri will be whatever Lando Norris or Max Verstappen do. If they don't crash out, Piastri will probably just be P3. So it will be a fight between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. One more fish for the collection. Yeah, but let's see. Charles Leclerc and Perez will probably be the only ones that will, if they can, move forward. Charles Leclerc probably will 100% move forward. Perez could, in theory, move forward. But will he? Probably not. And man, I really hope for the people that are watching Formula 2 and Formula 3, I really hope that Bortoletto and oh man, what's his name? No, wrong. This one. Colapinto. Hopefully they will have somewhat good race. And Dino Beganovic. Can't let Miney get more points than you. Hopefully, all 3 of these can just crash out, and then Beganovic P2. Okay, one of these 3 can maybe keep their place. We don't want Goethe to be up there. Also, one more fish for the collection. Let's see, when will this happen? Information, where do we have it? So, the sprint race will at least start after 4 hours. Or do you say in 4 hours? I mean, it is after 4 hours have passed by, it will happen. And if you say in 4 hours, do you mean 4 hours and less? Because this is 4 hours and more. Interesting questions for smart people. Maybe not. Can we get more fishes for the collection? Probably. I mean, probably. But in the short term, probably not. Hopefully Mercedes will not have a good race. Or sprint race. What about qualifying? There's so much. Man, what will happen to Aston Martin and Visa Cash Up RB Formula 1 team? From that stake F1 team Kick Sauber, we all knew was bad, but Aston Martin and Visa Cash Up RB Formula 1 team. What about them? And will Williams get some more points? There's so much stuff that... I mean, sadly, every team can't get points. But if someone should get points, hopefully it's not us. They should be lost. Maybe banned because how Kevin Magnussen have been driving. See, can we get some last fishes before we end it? Let's see, we can maybe 9 minutes more. Maybe a trident could be because I need some more tridents. I only have a half chest. Half double chest full of tridents. I need more. Eight minutes more. See, 6. No fishes to collect. Let's see, we need... No. Do we need to get more food? We do. That I will hopefully remember to do next time we go down. Oh, come on, dolphin, help me. Help me to swim. You did it, but I wasted it. So come back, need more help. The biggest question is, where the fuck will I place all the fishes when I'm done with collecting them? I mean, I know I will place them in shulker boxes, but where would I then place them? I mean, surely in a chest, but where will that chest be? So many questions, so little answers. 6 more minutes. And we still have not collected any more fish. Let's see, the other stuff that I were planning to collect. This must be the most boring one, you could say. I mean, ironically, this is I mean, I'm playing a much worse game, so this is for some reason more fun. You just swim around and collect fishes. The progress is going up every time you swim, instead of the other game. It's a nightmare to play. I mean, the frogs. The only annoying thing to collect the okay, the wolves. Probably not. Yeah, collecting them. Finding them would probably be maybe somewhat annoying, but man, getting them back will be. And I also want them not tamed, so they can move around in the zoo more realistic than they would be if I was taming them and they were just sitting around and doing nothing, like all the cats do that I have collected. Oh, what? 2 more fishes for the collection. Stripey, light blue, orange. And then we have and glitter, black red. No, grey red. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, the wolves. What can be after that? Oh, the goats. Collecting every different fucking scream. And then I also need to collect all the different horns. Man, that will be a nightmare. Probably not trying to collect them, but man, all the screams will probably be annoying. How the fuck do you do? You need to know. How do you? I mean, the sound from the goat could maybe be easy to maybe know who did the scream, but man, it will still probably be somewhat annoying. So, man, what would be more annoying? Collecting all different screaming goats or all different wolves that will be in all the new different, the all biomes they now will be spawned in. I mean, the goats will be just straightforward. Find some goats and then you just breed a lot up. But then finding the difference between them. Oh, I know something that also will be happening. The horse breeding. Getting the horses to the highest jump they can be at. Hopefully after the bug fix it will not be a nightmare like I have already been through. 1 year or maybe more to just get one horse that can jump 5 blocks high, I think. Oh shit, man, that was. And funny thing is, when I did before I got the horse that can jump 5 blocks, I was thinking, could I be doing something that nobody knows can't be done because a bug make it so you can't. Oh, 100% light blue block fish. But there's a bug that nobody knows about. Because nobody have ever tried to actually breed horses to get a good one. And then you're sitting and doing something that will never succeed to happen because the bug will never let you get a horse. Luckily I get a 5 block, eller en horse that can jump 5 blocks. But man, so I can stop the goal. My goal was the best horse. Then after realizing how much time it just took to getting to just 5.5 blocks, I was like, okay, nah. If I get a horse that jump 5 blocks, I'm done. And then sometime later you see they fix the bug. God damn it. Okay, but no, we have done so much we can. At least we can end, maybe not ending with one more fish, but we can end with killing the zombie and looking at the nice horse that can jump 5 blocks. It took me 1 year to get. And here we have it. Yeah, you're falling down. I mean, this was easy to collect. Yeah, you're I mean, it's so depressing that. I mean, I don't know how hard it is to collect these skeleton horses. Also, I could have had 3 horses, but I didn't know how to collect them, so one sadly died. I might have killed it. But these horses, I would say, man, that was easy to collect because I was maybe really fucking lucky. But collecting what I thought was somewhat easy was a nightmare. And then we have all the cats that I must move one day because man, they are screaming. We should not him up. Don't want to have him down there. He should be with his friend. Come on. Nice. And hopefully I will get some blossom trees, so I can actually make this sad, burnt down forest somewhat nice. Come on. Come here. This is what I dislike with dogs and cats. You breed, you tame them, and you just, if you want them to stay in an area, they must sit down and will ever move, and it looks so boring, like the dogs. It's like, yeah, I was thinking, don't I have 3 dogs here? Or have it always been 2? Who cares? Either way, we should done it. Okay, stop here. 1783. Let's write that down. 1783. 1783. 83. 1783. 1783. Yep, that's done. Okay, let's see how many. How is it now? Let's see, do you see sprint 6 hours and 30 minutes? What before that? Sprint race. So now maybe in 4 hours you can say the sprint race for Formula 3 will happen, then Formula 2, and then Formula 1, and then we have the Formula 2 will, let's see, Formula 3 will happen less than 4 hours. Formula 2 no, it's, let's see, 6 hours, right? 4 hours. Formula 2. Oh, so okay, so Formula 3 will happen in 4 hours. Formula 1 in 6 hours. And then Formula 2 in, you can say, 8 hours. And then they are qualifying for the race. But yeah,